Today, in Kentucky, over 31,000 women are farming almost 4 million acres to earn a profit of nearly $23 million. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, that's absolutely amazing. I mean, think about it. Women have worked on farms for years, but most of this went acknowledged for decades. Women did everything from driving tractors to tending to the cattle, but their most common work was working in the kitchen. Society has almost always deemed farming as men's work, when in reality, women did and do just as much as the men. In the 18th and 1900s, most men in the agriculture industry believed that farmers' wives were just patient and overworked women in the world, while others didn't quite agree that women belonged on the farm. Women's names were left out of bank loans, business documents, and even equipment purchases. The women on the farms were kept a secret from the public for way too long. While some women wanted to speak out and do their own thing and be an independent farmer, most men believed they were ignorant and couldn't understand the responsibility of the farm. But soon, that all changed. Temple Grandin, a name I'm sure all of you are familiar with, designed over half of the cattle chutes that are in operation today in the United States while living with a well-known disorder of autism. When she was diagnosed, nobody in that day of age knew what autism was. They were ignorant of this disorder. So, for obvious reasons, Temple's mother already knew that she would face many challenges, but being a woman just made those obstacles even greater. When Temple first realized her deep passion for cattle and began discovering how cattle behaved, many men attempted to discourage her. From the cowboys on her aunt's farms, to the men at the slaughter facility, and even professors at the many colleges she attended, but Temple still knew that she was going to be something wonderful. After years of hard work and many challenges, she finally designed a cattle dip and chute to calm the cattle and allow them to be less stressed in their final moments before being slaughtered. This was only the beginning for women in the agriculture industry. With that being said, women aren't just growing in the ag industry, but in other industries as well. Let's take General Motors, for example, an automotive company mostly male-dominated. Mary Barra, CEO of General Motors, has held this position since January of 2014. Furthermore, she was the first female CEO of a major global automotive manufacturer. Mary was born in a Detroit suburb known as Royal Oaks, population of approximately 57,000 as of 2016. Mary's father, Ray Barra, worked at a car company from a young age, supposing that Mary has been around automotives her entire life. With all of this in mind, there were more than likely men who told her that she couldn't do anything on a vehicle, or she'd never be in the automotive industry. Well, Mary proved them wrong. Beginning at the age of 18, she was a co-op student for General Motors. In the short years following, Mary held several positions in the engineering and administrative departments. In 2008, she became vice president for the manufacturing and engineering department. And after only one short year, she was the vice president of human resources. Fast forward 5 years later, and she started her journey in the CEO position. With Mary's career, she defied all odds and became known as one of the top 20 world's most powerful women. Now, I know you may be tired about hearing about the life of Mary Barra, but if you just sit back and think about it, the next Mary Barra or Temple Grandin may just be sitting in this very classroom. So the next time somebody says that agriculture industry is men's work, make sure to remind them of the women driving those tractors and tending to that cattle in the 18th and 1900s, as well as the vast number of females who are currently paving the way for the future women in agriculture, because my goal in the next 10 years, those 31,000 females in Kentucky double in size and that everyone is forced to know that the agriculture industry is both men and women working together for higher crop and livestock production.